All right. Good evening again, everybody, and welcome back to episode 4 of Roguelike Writer, uMoria 5.5. We are, once again, delving down into the dungeons of Moria, heading after, eventually, a Balrog. We're playing as Human Warrior, Raider the First, level 8 currently. Last time, we got down to the third level, 150 feet, and we started to collect, a good bit of gold. So that is good. Um, this time, our goal is to make it down one level further again, down to level 200, and we should gain a couple levels. We are getting close to level 9 already, and grab some loot, maybe something good, and bring it back alive. That is, as always, the goal. Stay alive. So 200 feet, we're going to start seeing some monsters that are a little bit tougher this time, I think. We won't necessarily just be able to steamroll everything. So, that said, let's just refresh our memory on inventory here. We have got our food, we've got our oil for our lantern, and we've got some scrolls of phase door to help us escape if we need to. And also, the other scroll we have there is a word of recall. We haven't used that yet, but the idea is that we're going to use that when we are done to return to the top level, just to save us some time and hassle. I believe that we, at 200 feet, will almost surely make back the money that we're using to use that scroll, and it's going to save us time, and um, we don't need to be running through those first 3 levels anymore. We're just not going to get enough out of it. So with that said, let's dive down into the dungeon, and we are going to be looking for the first down staircases we can find. Because, I mean, if we take a look like that rat that we just slayed, that is only worth like a tenth of a point of experience. I mean, and our levels are just too expensive at this point to be wasting our time chasing after tenth points of experience. So first down staircase we see, we are taking it. We can still pick up some money from the walls though. That's worth our time. Ammo. Alright. And I will pick up items as we go. Uh, I want our pack to be full when we go back up. That means that we will probably be juggling some items when we're down at 200 feet, getting rid of some stuff that's not worth as much and picking up more expensive items. If we wanted to play where we were going to head up to the top every time our backpack was full, we would not be making nearly as much progress, I don't think. And while having gold is useful, the amount of things that you use gold for is relatively limited. It's really just if they, at this point, we're looking for like gold to buy identify scrolls and word of recalls and the occasional like really good item that they might be selling in the shop if we've saved up enough money. But we're just gathering gold for consumables mostly at this point for this character. And yes, we could buy some of the more expensive armors, but they're not going to make a huge difference until the levels where we could probably find stuff that was just as good in that level. So it's not worth the large amount of gold that those expensive armors cost. And still just looking for down staircases. That potion of superheroism will sell for a little bit. That'll be good. Alright, there's our down staircase. And we got a Novus Rogue and a priest. Let's hope we can. Yeah, when they snatch gold, they also can teleport away. And you notice it picked up an item there, so they can pick up stuff if they wander over it in the dungeon. Fortunately, that was just a one to feel monster. We didn't really want that anyways. So we need to find one more down staircase. And kind of a pain, but it's good to check all of the nooks and crannies too, because sometimes will just be hiding in a corner. You can search through the whole level, and you just missed it. Scruffy looking hobbit. Steal money, but we got him before he could. Oh, plenty of gold in the walls here, and that is the wrong staircase. We want to go down. And wow, lots of wands of heal monster. That's the third or fourth one we've seen, and we've seen two of them just on this trip alone. Also, a lot of money in the walls here. Sure, I'm actually wielding the pick. Usually it doesn't take that long. We're strong enough that we can batter down the walls fairly easily if they are just made of magma. The quartz is a little bit tougher, but we can usually still. There's our down staircase. We can usually still pull that off fairly quickly. Alright, so this is our target depth. Let's take a look at where we are on the map. Alright, we're at the top. So I'm actually going to, Shrieking Mushroom Patch. Don't think that was there when I was just in the room a second ago. And a yellow jelly, I don't remember what they just poison, so there's still a jelly that we can take on. And we made it to level 9. Alright, so we need basically 100 experience points for our next level. It looks like our fighting ability went up again. We're at Superb now, so that will mean even more critical hits. That's good news. So yeah, that yellow jelly, it's not quite native to this level. Got that Shrieker Mushroom Patch there, waking something up in the distance. We're just about to the corner of the level here. Alright. And what is this potion? A bubbling potion. We don't know what this one is yet. Alright. Black mushroom patch. We've slain one of these before. Doesn't have any particular special effect on its attack. It just is a tougher mushroom. And that door's stuck. It's a tough door right there. Yep. Going all the way around. And that made a complete loop. Alright. There's a lot of doorways right here. I don't know if I've ever seen that many that close together like that. It's an interesting formation. Alright. And we're getting more dark rooms now, which is annoying because as a warrior we do not have a light spell. But there are ways to get around it. It just takes a little longer to map them out. And there are some situations where it will cause trouble, like with multiplying monsters like these louses. Fortunately, they were in a hallway, not in a room that they could take over. Yeah, if you run into louses, they breed, I think, faster than any other monster. So that's really fast. They can take over a room in just a matter of turns. And black centipede. That's a new one. How was that for us? Almost 5 points of experience. So that's fairly typical, I think, for monsters that we find on this level. Is they're going to be worth about 5 experience, which means we need to kill about 20 monsters to gain a level. So that's a pretty good amount, not excessive. And monsters are still not going to be a huge challenge. I don't think we'll be in any actual danger. We just have to be aware that there are some situations that we might have to take stock of, such as if we run into multiplying monsters that have clearly outpaced our ability to deal with them. Okay, so we got a nice little pillar there. Brown snake. It's a transplant from the lower or from the upper dungeon levels. You usually find those at 50 feet. So yeah, I mean you can have monsters that are both higher and lower than they're supposed to be. Found a secret door just by passing by it. That happens more as you gain levels. You just find things by chance. I think that's also an offshoot of your perception ability. I thought that was a wall, but it was actually a corridor. What kind of jelly do we have here? A white jelly. I don't want to actually attack any green jellies if we see them. I would rather not. have them ruin all of our armor. So I will just let them be. They're not going to chase us down. A jackal. That's a new one. So the Scroll of Blessing, what that does is it improves our to-hit chance and I believe armor class for a short period of time. It's one of the priest prayers, as its name would suggest. It's a blessing. Okay, an unidentified scroll and some hard leather armor, so that's probably better than what we're wearing. But I will wait until we get up to town to try it on, just in case it does happen to be cursed. Okay, so the skeleton kobold here. The symbol for a lot of junk on early levels is that lowercase s. Stands for skeleton or bone of some sort. And on like the first few levels, we saw a bunch of those, and they're not animated. They're just skeletons. But now we're starting to get to a depth where skeletons are usually not just skeletons. They're undead. And oh, there's another one of those ghosts attacking us. We can try and see if we can hit it just by moving back and forth. This is not a super dangerous ghost. It's not draining any stats. Okay, so this is like a little mini vault kind of room here. It's going to give us a potion of superheroism. There's probably traps in there. I don't want to mess with that just in case there's like a trapdoor or something. I would rather not fall down a trapdoor. I like to be in control of when we change our dungeon level, not have the game dictate that to me. Alright, so we've got this has been a pretty smooth run here so far. We've had no real trouble spots. We might have if those louses had been in a room like this, where we couldn't have seen them, but we ran into them in a hallway instead, so that really kind of took away the danger factor that they presented. It looks like we have pretty well cleared this level off. Let's see where we're at for inventory. About half full. No, I don't know. Do you think I should head down one more level right now? This is pretty easy. Ooh, hey, we actually killed it. Oh, we got another. Oh, there are those louses I was talking about. See, I can try to kill them, but I'm not gonna be in time to stop their explosion, and they are quick. So I actually need to get out of this level now. Whether that's by reading that scroll. What are we at now? 19 minutes so far. Alright, that would be a really short episode. I'm gonna go ahead and oh man. I'm gonna go ahead and go down that level. I'm gonna do it right now before we get into more trouble there. Alright, so we actually passed. That's a skeleton kobold, not an actual skeleton. So we went past our goal. We went down to 250, but I think that we can handle it just fine. Wound up in the lower left-hand corner this time. Okay, a scroll of summon monster. Should I use it? I think I'm going to just to kind of show you what I was talking about earlier. So I'll find a place, and then I'll go ahead and I will read that. And oh, did it summon coins? No, it summoned a monster that's pretty tricky, but in this case it couldn't fool us. We knew it was there because we summoned it. That is the creeping copper coins. They, they're a little bit tricky, but not terribly dangerous. And they're a good source of treasure. So if we look that up, it's actually native to 200 feet. Scroll summon monster will often pull stuff from deeper rot jelly. Okay, I want to avoid that. I don't know what its attack does, but it doesn't sound good. I don't want to get rotted on. Got a jackal there. I think we can pretty much just walk right around it. Yeah. And that's the nice thing about jellies is they don't chase you down. If you don't want to fight them, you can usually get around. A lot of other classes will have ranged spells to deal with that situation. We don't. That's okay. Another rot jelly. I don't think I know anything about rot jelly. But I do not aim to find out. Just the name sounds bad enough that I don't want anything to do with it. So we're kind of drifting into the middle of the level here. Not ideal. Simply because there are a lot more directions that we might be missing out on, and monsters can come from more directions at us. So that's not ideal. I'll try to get back over to the side. Kind of a green Naga. Okay, I'm not super thrilled about fighting this guy. I think that it's probably got an acid attack, but it will chase us down, so we have to deal with it. Okay, so we made it to level 10. Excellent. That was actually worth 15 points. So that's good. 120 for our next experience level, and we got actually 13 hit points for that level. That was a really good roll. I think ideally to face the Balrog, we want to be around level 40-ish. And hopefully at that point we'll have at least like 500 hit points. If not more. I would like to have about 600 or so. Just because there are dragons down in those depths that can do like 600 points of damage with a breath weapon. And you won't always know it's coming. Because sometimes they can do it like from down a hallway where you couldn't see them. So that is, I don't know, maybe a spoiler of some sort, but we want to be prepared for that eventuality. So we will. That's one of the reasons why we need to, grab those stat potions once we get down to the appropriate level, so that we can raise our constitution. That's going to raise our hit points significantly. So that's one of our goals. One of our long-term goals is to get maximum constitution. And another Wand of Heal monster. That is crazy. So many of those. Alright, this is a really big room. Another suit of armor. Oh, we've got some rats. Are they breeding? I don't see any more. No, that's good news. We don't want to. Oh no! Oh, we got two blue jelly. So it probably has some kind of frost attack. The jellies. Actually, a lot of monsters are pretty color coded in these dungeons. If it's green, it's got an acid attack. If it's blue, it's frost. Red is fire. Oh, there's a ghost down here that is eating all our rations. We don't have to worry about that too much. We do have our scroll of word of recall. There's that'll take us up quickly. And oh, did we find? We found a ring. We have no idea what it does though. Okay, disenchanter eye. Do I have anything enchanted? I don't think so. So I can probably pretty safely attack him. If I had enchanted things, I would want to stay away, just to avoid losing those items. All right. So we've pretty much taken care of the right side of this level. Time to move on to the left. Yellow worms. And I don't remember what a yellow worm does. I mean, I know yellow jelly's poison. Yellow mushroom patches cause fear. Yellow molds, I don't remember, but I think it's poison. So yellow's a little bit varied. It's not necessarily one thing. Alright. Oh, hey, and our first staff. And our inventory is actually full. Okay. So, with that in mind, what can we get rid of? We can probably get rid of that club. That's worth the least out of anything in our inventory right now, is that club. So we're kind of where I want to be. We're picking and choosing what we're bringing back now. We're not bringing back any trash if we can help it. And I'm absolutely certain that we will have made back our scroll of word of recall at this point. Oh, another unidentified scroll. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop that cap. Yeah, we made back our scroll of word of recall just in the treasure we dug out of the walls, actually, and then some. I believe we were at 1100 something when we came down here. A blue jelly. Yep, it is. It is frost. Frost isn't too dangerous. Oh no, louse. Okay, I think that was the only one. We caught it in a corridor again. That's always where you want to meet lice, if you want to meet them at all. They're not worth anything. They're only trouble. You don't really want to meet them. Right? Let's see where there might be a secret door here. Maybe along the wall in this room. Maybe there. No. Maybe here. Or maybe there's no secret door. Maybe we've explored the level already. What is going on there? Oh, I think I stepped on a... Okay. That's rough. Okay, I'm gonna read that scroll of phase door here to give myself some room. I think that we stepped on a trap. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of lost now. Oh, yeah, that orc zombie was tough. Oh, wow. That's why it's from down at 550 feet. Wow, that was a tough critter. The green Naga is level appropriate. The blue icky thing I think is a little bit out of depth. Yeah, it's from 300. And the brown bat, I don't know, 150 feet. But yeah, so I think I stepped on a trap of some monster. I believe that's what happened there. But yeah, that was something. That was a monster that was 300 feet out of depth, and I don't know if there had been more than one, we would have been in big trouble. As it was, we had to use one of our scrolls, because if we had stayed in the middle of the room, we might not have made it with all of the monsters hitting us at once. Honestly, I'm satisfied that we've cleared out this level pretty well. So let's go ahead and read our scroll of word of recall, and it takes a little bit to activate. So I'll just rest up, and we got yanked upwards. All right, so here we are. We made it a little farther than we expected. We got all the way down to 250 feet this time. And we came back with a full pack and a bunch of gold. So let's go ahead and sell some of this stuff and see what we picked up. So, sell. And again, we don't have to barter at this shop for a lot of items because we did our legwork earlier, and we bartered a lot, which means that they're going to auto haggle with us for a lot of things, which is very handy. Saves us a lot of time. Saves us a lot of time now. Alright. Just gonna identify some of this stuff by selling it now. So, Potion of Heroism. They got a little bit of a bargain there. Infravision. Okay. I don't think we'll really miss that one too much. Oh, Potion of Haste Self. That would have been nice. That is actually one of the items that we kind of want to collect. Because it is such a good escape tool. And it's also kind of essential for later in the game when... Oh, Scroll of Darkness. That's some free money for us. It's essential for later in the game when we run into monsters that are faster than us and very dangerous. We need to have that. A Scroll of Light. I'm kind of tempted to keep the other one in my inventory. Scroll of Sleep Monster. So that actually would sleep any monsters that were surrounding us, I believe. A Scroll of Aggravate Monster. So that's like the Shrieker Mushroom Patch. Is how that operates. It will wake up all the monsters and bring them right to you. Okay. think I'm going to keep that scroll of light. Or do I want to? I'll buy the potion of haste self. And I'll sell the scroll of light. Alright, and then we want to buy another scroll of word of recall. There we go. Alright, so now let's go ahead and sell those weapons. And we've reached the no bargaining point here as well, which is also handy. Yeah. I don't want to be wasting time bargaining for stuff now. And it's probably not very interesting for you to watch, so that's a win-win if we can avoid that. All right. Oh, yeah, a little bit of gold. Let's go ahead and see if we can find some scrolls of identify. Yep, that's what we're looking for. I'm just gonna buy all of them up. We'll be able to use them. Even if not now, I'll be able to use them in the dungeon when we find stuff. So let's go ahead and identify the ring. Ooh, yeah, we don't want that. That's a ring of stupidity. So that would make us even dumber than we already are. We are pretty dumb. 7 intelligence. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. I knew it was probably not going to be a great ring, but it might have been. Staff of Treasure Location. Okay, that's... Oh, Squint-Eyed Rogue. He can steal stuff out of our pack. So I'm glad we took care of him quickly. Let's go ahead and sell that staff. Okay, so 500 was alright.